right now and say, I want Josh Taylor and get the Josh Taylor fight because he's April, bro. That's it. So anybody on that pipeline right now, that's a big deal.
I talked his ass, but the same day that James Tony came in and signed the contract.
Wow.
So I'm talking to Bobo on the phones like this. Look, I got Zab on one phone, I got James on one phone.
What is Crawford gonna do before? He's gonna beat Sean. Everybody listen, he's gonna beat Sean. He's gonna beat Sean. He's gonna beat Sean.
Mike Lewis is the perfect example of what I'm talking about.
What you talking about, bro? What's happening? As we wait on Julius the chef and Julian the Hawk Jackson. You know what I mean? How you doing today? What up? You know what? I'm gonna say this. Yeah, oh man, he did it. I mean, look, man, Bavard did what he did. I just want people to say that, man. I just want people to say what I saw. Oh, there they go. There they go. How y'all doing today?
What's up, brother?
Hey.
How you doing today?
Awesome, brother.
How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Bringing in the Jacksons, Julius the Chef Jackson and Julian the Hawk Jackson. How y'all doing today, my brothers?
Awesome.
Awesome, man. Pleasure. Thank you for taking time out your busy day, man, to sit down with me, man. I mean, like I always do, man. Is there anything y'all just want to put out there? Anything you just want to say before we get started?
You know, just want to say God bless everybody, man. That's tuning in. You know, let's continue to give God the praise and the glory.
Absolutely. So, man, so the last time I talked to you was right before y'all was headed to for a fight and with Gerald Mcclellan Jr. So y'all want to speak on that?
Oh yeah, man. It was a tremendous experience for Gerald Jr. Mcclellan Jr. and it was a tremendous fight. The guy was the same. He had the same record as Gerald. And I tell you what, I was so glad that we were able to put in the time that we put in, and it turned out to work in our favor. And Gerald has a tremendous boxing ability, even though he only has 15 amateur fights. And a lot of people don't realize that according to his record on paper, he's much lower in experience than most of these guys that have 100 amateur fights, 50 amateur fights, and it says a lot about his heart, about his pedigree. He's a tremendous boxer, you know what I'm saying? And we are going to do our best, to mold and shape him into something that will be spectacular,
And real quick, for those that don't know, we're talking about Gerald Mcclellan Jr., the son of former world champion Gerald Mcclellan. And just tell us how that came about anyway, man, because, I mean, that's a near and dear story to a lot of us.
Oh, man, it's an awesome story. Julius, it started out with Julius, him touching bases with him. I think it's with his aunt.
Yeah, first we talked to Lisa.
Lisa
McClellan. And shortly after that, I think it was just a couple of days, Gerald messaged my dad on Instagram. And, I helped my dad with his page. And so when I saw it, it's like, Pops, look, Gerald messaged you. He wants to talk with you. And he's like, yeah, let's talk. And so we did. We set up a call. And Gerald was like, yeah, I've been looking for people to help with my career and help train. And my dad was like, yeah, let's do it. And we connected from there. And then we got in touch with Joe Kelly, who put the card on it in Vegas, and it's history from there, man.
That's right. And I tell you what, this kid, he has a hunger, a desire to really, go out there and do something. And I'm so pleased that he chose, me, and his father and I, we go back, and believe it or not, his father beat me. He knocked me out. He stopped me. And, I felt that I had him in that fight that we had. And believe it or not, it is a pleasure for me to work with one of my rivalry son, and to give him the opportunity to develop what I believe he has. He is different from his father. He can really box pretty well. He's got a good punch, and we just have to develop it. And I believe that I can do something in that area where I can develop his punching abilities, and I'm really looking forward to it. He has heavy hands naturally, so let's see what's going to happen, man. It's all up in the air right now, and we are just trusting that things will definitely fall into place. And
I definitely want to say, as a boxing fan and a fan of boxing for over 30, 40 years, we just want to say thank you, because, Gerald Mcclellan Sr. is one of, what we all would deem as one of the saddest stories in boxing. And for you to take on his son, you did that for boxing. You did that for everybody. Right. So salute to you for that. Now, in terms of talking about development punching, you are viewed as one of the most devastating punches, maybe the most devastating puncher ever, man. You want to talk about that, and just some of the things we seen you do in the ring. Like some of it, like I look at some of the clips and still be like, man.
Again, I think I was born with the ability to punch. Didn't know that until my trainer Wilhelm George, started to work with me, started to train me. But to tell you the truth, I really didn't have the desire like I needed to when I first started. I had a low self-esteem about myself. I came from a broken home, no dad, only my mother. My mother wasn't really up to it at times. She was an alcoholic. She had problems. But guess what? A friend of mine joined the gym. I followed him, I just wanted to get out of the house. My mother was behind of that as well, because she wanted me to go and find something else to do rather than to stand up and watching her cook and just being home with her. I was a mama boy, I was a mama boy, and she chased me out of the house, man. And boxing was something that I thought maybe she would deny, but she did not deny it. She said, "Great, man, go ahead." And I thought I was spiting her, but you know what? She actually pushed me forward into boxing, and the rest is history. I joined the gym, and imagine that my friend that I followed actually decided to quit. And I continued to train, and I continued to work. And believe me, man, I was caught, man. When you go fishing, you expect the fish to take the hook, but I took the hook and the sinker, man. I took everything.
That's what's up.
And boxing became something to me that I treasure, because it gave me self-esteem. It made me proud of myself. I started winning things that I never believed that I could have done, coming from a low self-esteem. And I realized that I said, hey, man, this thing really can, change me. And believe me, boxing changed my life. Okay, it really changed my life.
So, Julius, tell us, of course, obviously your father being a world champion, former world champion. Well, to me, once you're a champion, you're always a champion. So to me, I'm gonna say champion. Was that a major influence? What made you decide to box?
Well, actually, I didn't like the sport at first. Actually, watching him towards the end of his career and kind of learning what he's doing. Yeah, I didn't like it. It wasn't attractive to me. What pulled me in is my brothers started training before I did. We were big into baseball. We love baseball. I thought I was going to be a major league baseball player.
Okay.
And once we moved back to the island from the States, it just wasn't the same. So baseball kind of fell off for me. My brothers kept playing, but then they also joined the gym as well. So they were doing both sports for a while. But I just didn't feel anymore. And so my brothers would come home and tease me all the time because I was kind of the chubby kid and I was kind of the mama's boy too. And so they were like, "You're not doing nothing no more," and would come home and tease me every day and say, "You're fat, you're chubby." And so I was like, you know what, maybe I should just join the gym just to lose weight, And I told my dad, I don't want nobody punching me. I don't want to punch nobody. I just want to, train and lose weight. And so he's like, "All right, sure, no problem." And so
that was a setup, man. That was a setup because I knew he was going to like it after the training and the development and the courage, and he started punching pretty good, hitting the pads, hitting the bags, and the next thing you know, his confidence started to grow. His confidence started to get better, and he said, "Dad, you know what? I think I would like to spar." He said, "I would like to go into the ring and spar."
Yeah, actually, you came to me and asked me if I would like to help my brothers get ready.
Yeah,
because they started to compete. They started competing, and so I was like, "All right, if I get to hit them, I'm in."
Man,
because I've been learning some stuff, and so. But they used to go in there and beat me up, man.
And but believe it or not, he was bigger than them.
Really.
My younger
he was
brother
bigger than them.
and my oldest brother. And they would beat me up, man, until I started to study the science, man. I started to study the sport and watch them, certain moves, the timing, when you throw the jab, you go to the body and then go to the head, finding those things. And I started to learn and I started to catch up. I started to catch up to them.
Got you.
That was a great feeling, man. Really dedicating to something and putting your mind to it. And I fell in love with that feeling is I could be strong. I could be dedicated. And I was able to reach a certain level.
Right.
And then my dad was like, "Yo, you need to try it. Like, come and compete. Try and compete." And I did. We did an invitational here on the island. And I fought a kid from Barbados. I'll never forget. Fought a kid from Barbados and beat him all 3 rounds.
Oh, okay.
The referee raised my hand and I fell in love, man.
Yeah, that was it then.
I fell in love with the sport.
Yeah, and after that, we just started working and pushing and developing, going from one level to the next level. And next thing you know, we're getting ready for the Olympics. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
All because of the hard work, the dedication, the sacrifice. And that's what makes, boxing so, I think, special. It gives a person the desire to, I think, achieve things that they have never believed that they could achieve. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is something that you got to take that chance and take the risk. And like I said, life is not worth it without taking a risk. You got to make up your mind that, hey, you know what? I'm going to do this and I'm going to give it 100% and I'm going to try my best. And I guarantee you the best is going to come out of it.
That's what's up, man.
It's going to come out of it.
One more question for Julius. So how did you go from the boxing ring to the kitchen?
That's a funny story. Actually, I've done them both my whole career.
Right.
The whole time. In high school, I knew I was gonna box. From 13, I knew I was gonna fight. But I always loved cooking. I would always be in the kitchen cooking. But I didn't know I could pursue it as a career until high school. And so in high school, I found out, like male guys are actually chefs, man. We can go out there and be a chef and make money out of it. And I was like, I didn't know that. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do both. I knew I was gonna do both my whole career. And I finally got a job at a hotel here and but I really wanted to go to culinary school, so I talked to my dad, and I was like, Pops, I want to go to school. Even I still want to fight. He's like, yeah, you go, do both. You do it both. So he encouraged me big time, and yeah, I finally got accepted to culinary school, transferred up there. So I was living in West Palm Beach for about 6 months out of the year, and it would be like those would be my semesters. And so I would train up there, learn to cook, come home, compete. We travel, compete. Actually, that's where I trained for Olympics. And so the same year we went to Olympics in 2008, I graduated culinary school that same year in 2008.
You wasn't cooking for the Olympic team, was you?
Oh, nah.
You know what I mean? That's one way to lower your opponents, man. Hey man, come on over here.
But I remember when he was and he was getting a little depressed. He was getting a little discouraged, and I said, "No, man." I said, "Listen, you got to look at this thing as if you're going into a match. You know what I'm saying? And you got to take this thing serious." Because he felt that he couldn't concentrate like he wanted to on his classes. You know what I'm saying? And plus, go to the gym. And I said, "Son, I guarantee you, you go to God, you talk to your Father in heaven, and I guarantee you, He's going to give you the opportunity. He's going to give you the mind to deal with this. And I know you can do it. You have the mind, you have the heart, and I believe you. I'm backing you 100%." And tell you what, man, he said, "Dad, you're right, man. I could get this thing done." And he went out there and he did it. He graduated, got the opportunity to go to the Olympics and go out there and qualify. And I mean, it was just
qualifiers were tough.
The qualifiers were tough, but I was so glad that he was able to beat that depression, that that part of it.
I doubted myself.
He said, "Man, I don't think I could do it." I said, "Yes, son, you can. Make up your mind. You can do it." And he did it, man. And that's what it takes, man. Somebody pushing you, somebody believing in you, and directing you in the right, in the right places, man.
So, question for both of you. Is it one fight or fighter, past or present, that you just wish you had the chance to be in the ring with that you didn't get a chance to fight?
There's one fight. Hold on, can you repeat that question?
One fighter.
One fighter.
One fighter.
We having a little thing here. One love.
No problem. Is it one fighter that you didn't get a chance to share the ring with that you wish you could have, or just somebody past or present that you wish you could have fought? Both of you.
I wanted Mugabe. I wanted several, man, not just one. Mugabe, Sugar Ray,
Leonard.
Yeah, almost had the opportunity as well. Almost had the opportunity, but he let me down.
What do you mean he let you down?
Instead of fighting me, he fought the loser. And who was the loser? Terry Norris.
Yeah. He actually said it at the press conference.
He was supposed to fight me, and he turned it down. He said no. And
wait. I'm not gonna lie to you, Julian. We couldn't let you do that to Sugar Ray. We couldn't let you do that to Sugar Ray. No, man. We can't. No, man. That would scar me for life.
Right.
That would scar me for life. No, we couldn't let you do that to Sugar Ray. No. We love Sugar. Don't do that to Sugar Ray.
Well, James Toney was also a next fighter that I almost had the opportunity to fight. Back then, he was 160 pounds. Oh man, that would have been a tremendous fight. But it just didn't happen. I think his managers didn't want him to fight any of Dan King's fighters.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Back then, that's when Dan King was really Dan King, and Bob Arum as well. They were really competing back then, but it just didn't happen. And almost got the opportunity to fight Roy Jones. Roy Jones was going to be the replacement, of James Toney. And guess what? His father, when he spoke to Dan King, accepted the challenge, accepted the fight, said, "Wow, 850,000? Sure. Who is the opponent?" Julian Jackson. Wait Wait a minute. No. I don't think so. He paused and listened. He said, no, he wouldn't. He does not want to fight because I was too dangerous at that time, he says. But I really felt that that Roy Jones was a qualified opponent at that time. You know what I'm saying? He was young and coming up, and I was looking
Yeah.
forward to it. Just like Terry Norris was. Terry Norris was a young and upcoming fighter, and I was in my prime, though. You know what I'm saying? I felt that anyone that stands in front of me definitely will have their hands full.
Absolutely.
That's the way it was.
Wow, I'm going through my mind thinking about all those fights you just said.
Yeah.
And I mean, we couldn't let you do that to Sugar Ray. But wow, I got scared when you said I can only imagine you and James Toney.
Wow.
Man.
Woo!
Yeah, you could.
James Toney style was made for me, man. I saw some things that maybe nobody else saw, but I know that fight would have been a massive fight.
Yeah.
Oh man, it would have bring the best out of me. I don't know about him, but he liked that peekaboo style back then, you know, James Toney, and he stays right there and he does a lot of head movement, and which is very good. He was one of the best, you know, blockers, and you know,
yeah.
And I wanted to fight him. I wanted that opportunity so bad. I literally cried when the fight got you know.
Yeah, when it
pulled, you know what I'm saying? When it got pulled from under my feet, man.
You never run into James to talk about that? I could just imagine that conversation.
Yeah, man. It's just like, it's crazy. I've never heard him talk about it though. But I was on the table, Don King, Bob Arum, and James Toney. 4 of us was on the table with the contract. I signed first. And I pushed it over to them. And that's when the phone call came in. All of a sudden, the phone call came in.
You just dropped the nugget right there, man. Y'all heard it right there, man.
Yeah.
Woo!
It's amazing, man.
Woo!
So I believe that fight would have also been a very interesting fight. You know, I'm not going to say, you know, that I would have dominated him completely, but I definitely felt that I was going to win that fight. That's what I felt. You know what I'm saying? But he had some tricks as well. You know what I'm saying? I was looking forward to it, but I just felt that I was much stronger than he was.
Okay.
You know, and you know, it was a dream fight that I thought would have come to fruition, but it never did. And I think it's because of the promoters back then in those times. You know, certain people just didn't want to have anything to do with Don King. You know,
that's true. In today's time, what fighters do y'all like to watch now?
Well, I like Crawford, man. I love to watch Crawford, Spence. You know, these guys are very technical. They're very good at what they do. You know what I'm saying? Timing is amazing with these guys. You know, that's something that a lot of fighters don't have. You know, but once you could time your opponent, once you can work on your range, you know, and know exactly where you are in the fight, you can control the fight. And that's what happens with Terrence and Crawford. They control their fight most of the time. They can adjust very well. You know, Mayweather also has that ability. You know, there are a lot of fighters that are up and coming now that have the ability to time. Some just have maybe the ability to time and power, just like Devante, I think it's Davis. Devante Davis. Yeah. He has a good timing, but he has power. That's one thing. He has power too. But as far as boxing, you know what I'm saying? He's not as you know, skillful on his legs, you know, right, his movement and all of that, but his timing is amazing. Devante Davis timing is amazing. I love to watch these kind of fights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Triple G too. Like
Yeah,
watch-
Triple
like
G.
watch.
Yeah, he's
He's
also a
friend of
good
ours.
fighter, good friend of ours as well.
Um,
Julius worked with him as his
Yeah.
coach. I mean, as his top trainer, top
Yeah.
spar mate
Yeah.
You just spar Triple G?
Yeah, man, for about 4 years.
for 4 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was also a main spar mate for Sergio Martinez.
Sergio Martino first, and then Triple G.
Yeah.
Wow. What fight did you get Triple G ready for?
A few of them. Daniel Jacobs.
Wow.
The guy Willie Monroe. The guy he fought over in Europe.
Martin Murray.
Martin. Yeah. And about 3 others. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't-
Toughest job of my life. Actually.
What'd you say?
Toughest job of my life.
Oh,
but
was
I
that-
remember
was that good,
one
huh?
day in sparring Triple G, he caught Triple G with an uppercut, and believe me, Triple G had to stop.
Yeah, I remember that.
Everybody
Wow.
stopped, man. He got an. I mean, it was a textbook
Yeah.
punch. Perfect timing. His body was behind the punch. Bang! And wow, it was amazing. It was amazing. Again, all because of your dedication. A lot of things can happen, with fighters. If you respect the sport also respects you.
Right. Right.
A lot of fighters out there don't respect the sport, and they find themselves in a lot of different situations that affects their their abilities, and as well as their notoriety, with the
Right.
fans, with the people, the way they act, the way they carry themselves.
Right.
It's a big part of it, man. Not just you just can't look good inside the ring. You got to look good outside the ring as well.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, is there anything, any? Because I know y'all, y'all got to go in a few minutes. So, is there anything y'all want to just, words you want to share to anybody that's coming up in the sport? Words you want to pass, like somebody that's like deciding they want to box. What word would you give them?
Wait, like I've been saying all the time, man. There's a lot of young fighters out there, that have a desire, to get involved in boxing. And my thing to them is to make sure that you made up your mind and that you love the sport, what I'm saying, and you respect the sport, and don't just try to come in haphazardly. Come in wholeheartedly, and I guarantee you, success, okay, will definitely follow you. Okay, if you respect the sport, if you train hard, work hard, and dedicate yourself, you can make it, man. And I always love to give that extra push for a lot of young fighters out there, because boxing can change your life. Boxing can change your life, not only physically, not only mentally, but financially. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So again, man, we just want to heal up all the boxing fans out there. God bless you all.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and we're working with a couple of fighters. We have Dion Pruitt, who we're managing. He's from the Virgin Islands. He's fighting next Saturday in Atlanta.
Right.
So if you guys are able to tune in and check that out, And Gerald's getting ready for his next fight as well, June 11th.
Okay.
So, look out for that. And we're open, and we love people coming down here and working with us.
Come on, let's get it on.
My dad loves giving tips.
Let's
and
get it on.
Getting guys right. You know what I'm saying? So feel free to reach out to us, and we can do some work together. See what we can do.
Yeah.
So tell everybody how to find y'all. Your social medias and your acts. And
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you guys can find us both on Instagram. I'm at Julius the Chef 1. My dad is at Julian _the Hawk _Jackson. We're both on Facebook as well. Just our full names. You can find us.
Right.
And send us a message, and y'all can reach out. We love responding and talking to everybody. So
For sure, man. One love, man.
appreciate y'all for taking the time on with you, man. Absolutely, it's an honor
good,
speaking
man.
with you, man. And thank y'all for your contributions to the sport of boxing, man.
Thank you, man.
appreciate it, AK.
Hey,
Yeah,
man.
we
God
can
bless
do
you,
all
man.
things.
Yeah,
We
man.
can do all things through Christ, man. One love.
Absolutely, man. Be blessed.
All right.
All right, bro.
Thank you. There y'all have it, y'all. There y'all have it. Julius the chef, and then also Julian the Hawk Jackson, one of the most devastating knockout punches in the history of the sport of boxing. He dropped a gem. They dropped a couple gems in there. He was Julius was sparring partner for years with a Triple G, and then my man Julian said, man, he had the contract on the paper. He had the contract on the paper for James Toney, man. So what up, y'all? What up, y'all? What y'all want to talk about? I know y'all want to talk about Canelo and all of that. So I mean, let's get into it, man. I think people just, I mean, to me, I just think Bivol just was the better fighter, man. I think Bivol was better than what people think. Bivol boxing skills was a lot sharper than people thought it would be, man. And that's my take on it. I don't see where, what up, y'all? What up, y'all? Just had a wonderful interview with them, but man, let's get it in. What y'all think about the fight this weekend? Should it be a rematch? You know what I mean? And things of that nature. What y'all want to talk about? Talk to me in the comment section, man. What up? Like I said, for those that just tapping in or those who was in here, man, just had a wonderful interview with Julius the Chef Jackson and Julian the Hawk Jackson. Father-son duo. Rematch at 168. Nah, we can't do no 168 rematch. No, absolutely not. That's not fair to Bivol. That's not fair to Bivol. We don't want to see now if they do that because for some odd reason that 168 rematch thing has caught fire, and everybody's saying that no, that's not fair. You challenged that man for the 175-pound title, you lost. So why should he shrink himself to give you a rematch? He defended his title. Either you want to run it back. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't think they're running it back. But if he's changing his mind and Bivol suggested, but that's dumb. That's kind of stupid though. I would hope somebody in his camp. I just sent you the link, Charlie. I would hope somebody in his camp will be smart enough to say that that's foolish. You know what I mean? That's kind of foolish. Don't give Canelo. And if he's doing that for the bag. Maybe somebody came to him and told him, he'd get more money or something like that. He doing it for the bag. He definitely not doing it for boxing. You know what I mean? Bivol ready to come down to 168. Don't you believe that? That man been a light heavyweight his whole career. I don't even want to see that. I don't even want to see the Canelo rematch. I mean, I don't even want to give Canelo that gaslight for him to come back down and weight drain himself, and then Canelo get the little cheesy win over him, and then everybody go crazy. Nothing against Canelo, but boxing don't need that. I need Bivol to stay Bivol and fight the winner of Bear Beeve and Joe Smith. You know what I'm saying? Who should Canelo fight then next? Then hey, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. 9 times out of 10, he probably gonna fight Triple G, the third Triple G fight. Because he need to get back in the win column, go out there, bust him up, stop him, and then let's get ready. Stay at 168 because you're not going back to 175. That's over. The 175, the whole going up to fight Usyk, the whole fighting the cruiserweight, that's all over with. Thank you, Bivol. You ended all of that. So now let's go back down to 168 and get it in with Benavidez and all the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you props, baby. You picked the upset, baby. You picked the upset. You know what I mean? Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. I'm trying, man. Listen, for those when in terms of the interview, y'all, I'm working hard. It's my schedule that's kind of causing the problem. I'm not gonna blame because when you're dealing with these boxers, they doing something 24/7. They always doing something. They either working out or they doing other promotional stuff. So it's hard to get their schedules to mesh. You know what I mean? I got a lot of fighters in the pipeline. It's just hard to get our schedules together where I can get them to, because my time is like Mondays at 3, which don't work for a lot of people. But we got a lot of great interviews in the pipeline. We got people coming through. GT the Great, Leonard Ellaby. We got them. I'm in communication with these people, but it's just working out the kinks with the schedules. You know what I mean? And that's it. But back to Canelo, back to this fight. I think, listen, I want to see Bivol and Bear Beeve. Since everybody, but that's if he beat Joe Smith. Everybody just writing Joe Smith off. I'm not writing Joe Smith off, but I want to see Bivol and Bear Beef. I don't want to see Canelo Bivol. Let Canelo beat up Triple G and then fight the rest of the dudes at 168. You know what I mean? That's what need to happen. We don't need the mother fights. I don't need to see that. As long as he put his belts up too. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. They definitely gonna do that. But Bear Beef is the dog. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I'm not sold on Bear Beef. Everybody keep jumping on me when I say that. I'm not sold on Bear Beef. I'm not sold. I mean, I get it. I see the punching power. I see all that, but I also see chinks in his armor. I see stuff that can be exploited. Maybe it's me. Maybe I mean, and you know, I get it, but I see stuff I think could be exploited, and I think Bivol can box him. I think Bivol can box the socks off him. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? You know, that's my opinion. I could be wrong, but I'm going with Bivol over Bear Beef. But that's the fight I want to see. That's more interesting to me. Seriously, Marcus Brown. No disrespect to Marcus Brown, but Marcus Brown kind of, ever since that Badu Jack fight, every fight after that, he hasn't looked the same. It's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. He hasn't looked the same, so I'm not even going to, I mean, and to me, I think Marcus Brown could have won that fight if he'd stuck to boxing. You know, he just became a sitting duck and letting that man punch on him. Drugs is out. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. I'm not sold on Bear Beef. Not. Sorry, I'm not sold on. Y'all can I haven't been sold on Bear Beef since he got in boxing, since he got in the sport. I just ain't. I think Bivol can beat Bear Beef. I really do. I think Bivol can beat Bear Beef. I think he can outbox him, and I think his aggression and always looking for the knockout can lead to other things for Bivol too. I'm not saying he knock him out. I just think that Bivol can outbox and outslick and outpoint Bear Beef. That's just me. You know, but boxing is lit, y'all. Boxing is lit. This has been, listen, anybody that ain't enjoying this shit, that got to all boxing fans. Stop complaining about one or two fights you think you ain't getting and just enjoy what we get. We have had a buffet. We've had a buffet this year. And we got, it still gets hot. We got Castano versus Charlo 2 coming up this weekend. See what I'm saying? Look at boxing, man. Boxing is lit right now, man. Boxing is lit. And who y'all like in that fight? You like Charlo or Castano? Who y'all like in that fight right there? You got Charlo or Castano coming up. And let me see. Oh, Boots. Boots is on the undercard. Boots Ennis is on the undercard of the Charlo Castano too. Oh, we got Boots Ennis and what's his name? Castano something Clayton. And I'm saying his name wrong, man. I'm saying his name wrong, but you know, some people think this is gonna be a tough fight for Boots. I don't. I ain't gonna lie, I don't. I don't think it'll be a tough fight. I don't. Man, give Boots a shot. What do you mean give Boots a shot? Boots fighting? No, I'm saying Boots, this dude Clayton could possibly give Boots a tough fight, but yeah, that's this weekend too. Boots is on the undercard of Charlo Castano. Who gonna give him a title shot though? Everybody, the fight we want now is Boots is Earl and Terrence for undisputed. Then after that, Boots can do what they can do whatever. But the fight everybody want now is Terrence and Bud. So that Boots has got to wait. But it's gonna be it's a little bit of red tape. Let's put this out there. So the winner of Boots and Clayton is the mandatory for Earl's IBF welterweight championship. Which 9 times out of 10, I hope both of them do the right thing. Don't try to pursue it or take the step aside money and let the undisputed fight that the whole world has been holding their breath for happen. That's what needs to happen. We don't need nothing else to mess up the fight. We don't need nothing else to delay the fight. We don't need nobody trying to put their spin on it. Let that happen. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, right after that, we got oh, okay. Okay. Got you, baby. Talk your talk, man. Talk your talk, man. You know what I'm saying? We up in here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let me see what they doing on the clubhouse. What they doing over clubhouse? Oh, everybody in there. Goodness. Okay. But yeah, man. So like I said, boxing is lit. We hot. Castano, Charlo 2, plus boots on the undercard. And then, you know, we got Joe Smith and Barry Beeve coming up. We also got Devin Haney and Cambosis coming up. You got later on in July, you got Alexander Usyk and AJ2 coming up. So we already we good all the way up to July right now. You know what I mean? So like I said, you're a boxing fan, you like boxing, just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. I mean, enjoy the buffet, because I'm enjoying the buffet, and I'm just like, man, look what everything we got going on, man. You know, but Earl is back. Bud and Earl talking about the few undisputed that should take place by no later than Christmas, but you know, could be sooner than that. And you know, there word that the talks have heated up, and they're just doing the, you know, the behind the scenes you know, talks. You know what I mean? So that's what's up. And the past few years have been lit boxing wise. Now I ain't gonna say the last few years, but we definitely heated up and it got hot. You know what I mean? So, you know, unfortunately, Boo Boo Andre got injured and he had to pull out of his fight. Charlo didn't get the fight that Jamal didn't get the fight that we wanted. So that fight I almost forgot about Rolly and Tank coming up. I didn't purposely didn't mention it, but it just wasn't one of the fights on my radar. But I will be in Brooklyn. I will be in Brooklyn for that fight. You know what I mean? I will be out there covering it. It's a fight card in DC that weekend too, with Anthony Peterson on the card. That will be in the DC area as well. And the more information I get about that card, I definitely will promote that card as well. But I will be in Brooklyn on May the 28th for the Tank Davis and Rolly Romero, which I think should be a highlight reel knockout via 6th round. I think, you know, and then after that, you know, the world wants to know what Tank's going to do next. You know, is he, you know, supposedly be going on to become a free agent, and who knows what can happen? Is he really going to go to 130 and take that Shakur challenge? We don't know. But again, boxing is rolling. Boxing is lit. Enjoy the ride. What else y'all got going on out there? You know what I'm saying? You know. We don't bother. You know, straighten up them visuals. What else y'all got going on out there? Appreciate y'all timing in today, man. Like I said, I'm gonna chop it up, do my edits. Had 2 great interviews today. One with Steve Cunningham, former world champion, and also with former great, the most one of the most devastating puncher in all of boxing, and Julian Jackson. We had him on here. He dropped a couple gems, things of that nature, man. So, you know, what they talking about here? What y'all talking about there? Oh. What up, man?
What's good?
Ain't nothing. We just chopping it up with the buffet of boxing, and you know where we moving at. What that tapped in on what people thought about Canelo, and of course earlier we had on Julius and Julian Jackson in here. What up, though?
I'm here. You already know. What you talking about? What we talking about?
What you want to talk about?
Yeah, you talking about boxing?
Of course. So what you want to talk about? What topic on your mind?
It don't matter, bro. We got a big fight this weekend.
Who you picking?
Picking Charlotte.
You want Charlotte to win, or that's who you really picking?
No, I'm really picking.
Okay. Yeah, I think Charlotte will get him out of there this time.
This is what's gonna help solidify Derrick James as trainer of the year, man.
Really?
Yeah, because they robbed him the last 2 years, bro. He's been robbed. They gave it to Eddie Reynoso, and look what has he done?
Is there anybody else even in the running?
I don't think so. Look at the accomplishments that two of Derrick James fighters got. He got 3. But look at the 2 accomplishments they got.
Yeah.
Even though Charlo took that 1 loss, he still came back. His belt back.
Somebody said Ronnie Shields. I don't know about that. Well, I mean, listen, if Charlo wins this undisputed, Derrick James will have the undisputed junior middleweight champion and the unified 3-belt champion in welterweight. You know, those were 2 of the hottest divisions in boxing, and he will own 7 of the 8 belts. So, I mean, we got to give Derrick James his flowers. What you think about that player? What you think about that? Huh?
I said I was driving through a bad area. Repeat that again one more time.
Somebody said Ronnie Shields.
Ronnie Shields? I ain't taking nothing away from Ronnie Shields, but look what Derrick James did with his 3 fighters. What has, besides Ronnie Shields and Big Charlo, what accomplishments has Ronnie Shields really had that was outstanding within the last year? I'm not taking nothing away from Ronnie Shields. I'm just saying, look what Derrick James did with 3 of his fighters. 2 of them got 3 of the belts contending for the 4th.
Okay. That's true. He do got 2 fighters up for undisputed this year. Who's his 3rd fight? You talking about Frank Sanchez?
And I ain't even talking about him. He got the other guy there's another guy from Dallas, Texas. He undefeated. I think he like 8-0, maybe 9-0. I gotta look him up. Another dark skinned guy. He fight like middleweight.
Okay. Frank Martin. I need to see more from Frank Martin, though. I need to see more. Wasn't Ronnie Shields in Berlanga corner?
I believe so. But it's just like, just look at everything that Charlo went from 1 belt, 2 belt, 3 belt. You feel me? Went from 1 belt, lost his belt, got his belt back to another title, And look what Earl did. Earl, when he got 1 title, and they got another title, not the couple more titles. Now they both going for undisputed. They could possibly be in the same year. And what if look at Derrick James get 2 fighters undisputed at 47 and 54 in 1 year? Come on, bro.
That's interesting. I mean, Dirk. I mean, he definitely. like I said, he definitely trained. He definitely got his fair share of fighters he trained. But like I said, I think Dirk James definitely should be a shoe-in. It shouldn't even be a debate this year. You know, especially since both for Eddie Reynoso, top guys, both lost. You know, Valdez got smoked, and so did Canelo. So,
But listen to this. With the Valdez fight and the Canelo fight, we for the first time really get to see Eddie Reynoso had to put his thinking cap on, or his coach's cap on, but he didn't have nothing to tell Canelo or Valdez, bro. So really, the last couple of years they've been giving him trainer of the year, coach of the year. Was it just because his fighters were just winning? It wasn't because of what he actually told them. Because we seen Derrick James tell Earl Spence, "Hey, bro, you need to change this up. This is what you need to do." And Earl Spence went in there. He made the proper adjustments, and he got the victory. We seen Derrick James tell Charlo, "Hey, man, listen, you bullshitting. You giving these rounds away, bro. You giving the fight up. You're losing the fight." And we seen Charlo went in there. He tried to make some adjustments. He made the adjustments for a couple rounds, and then he slipped back into whatever he was into, and we seen what happened. He didn't get the win; he got the draw. But we seen Derrick James right there coaching him through this. Derrick James told him he was losing the fight. So I mean, with Eddie Reynoso, what did he tell Canelo? I never heard him tell Canelo anything in that fight Saturday to motherfucking for Canelo to make some adjustments. I didn't hear anything. Valdez, I didn't hear anything. It might be me, man. Was it me? Or did you hear Reynoso telling anything to make some adjustments?
I mean, somebody said, hold on, they said we seen
Reynoso say, "Yeah, you need to start throwing the hook," but that wasn't nothing. He gonna throw the hook anyway. He didn't tell Canelo what to do to push Baville back. He wasn't pushing. You know what I mean? Oh man, and that's what I'm saying, bro. They gave Eddie Reynoso trainer of the year 2 years in a row off of just accomplishments that his fighters made, but was that really his coaching?
Well, I mean, two of his fighters just lost, and he lost two fighters, Ryan Garcia and Andy Ruiz, that my brother Charlie just pointed out. And like I said, though, hold on, yo.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, so he said two. Like I said. So right now, his whole camp, in a matter of a few months, it just went up in disarray, huh?
Yeah, he in shambles. Eddie Reynoso in shambles right now.
Yeah, because Ryan Garcia left, Andy Ruiz left, and now Canelo and Valdez both lost handily. You know what I'm saying? Well, Ryan Garcia didn't lose. I mean, my fault. I'm talking about Canelo. Canelo got dominated, and then so did Valdez. So I mean, I don't know where they go from there. You know what I mean? And I certainly doubt Canelo runs it back with Bivol.
He gonna do that, bro. That's where that's what Ball got to be. Stay on his A game and don't do the Andy Ruiz. Don't get too happy. Stay in grind mode. Because I mean, I don't know the terms of the contract, but I heard they was talking about it in rematch clause. Canelo always throws something in there. It wasn't no hydration clause in this fight, so I can see him probably throwing a rematch clause in there just for him to be able to get his back if he did lose. But if I was Ball, I wouldn't fall for no tricks. 175 a year per set, and that's what we gonna do. We ain't gonna do nothing different. All into it right now.
Sound like you breaking up.
Can you hear me now?
Nah, sound like you breaking up.
Hold riding through this hot this area. I be doing it about 2 minutes.
That's what's up. Boom, boom.
That better?
Not really, but
You hear me?
a little bit.
No, I'm still riding through this. I'm still riding through this. I'm gonna get off this expressway.
We all good, man. I'm about to close it out anyway. You hear me? About to close it out anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to close it out anyway, man. You know what I mean? So y'all, appreciate y'all tapping in for both of these interviews today. Appreciate y'all supporting and following Let's Talk Sports, y'all, man. We definitely be back again. Probably we're gonna do a post fight this week. We're gonna do a post fight Castaño Charlo. We'll do that this weekend and keep y'all posted on any other interviews, anything that's going, man. Once again, shout out to the Black Eye Media Room. Shout out to TNT Logistics, Fierce Financial Group, and all that. Basement Boxing Talks, Punch by Punch Boxing Room on Clubhouse, Sir Boxing Room on Clubhouse, and all that. Sibby Boxing on IG and Twitter. Shout out to all of them, man, out there doing their thing, man. Shout out to the Boxing Versus also. And we catch y'all on the next one, man. Be blessed.